my friends, is Strive's 2022 honoree, and that's Daryl!
Oh, wait, there's a... Sorry.
I have to give you this. Okay, Daryl!
That was a lot. Hello, everyone. You having a good evening? Thank you for coming tonight to support Strive. There's not a lot of good speakers tonight, so I have to up my game. I've been told by my table I have to up my game, so I'm getting ready for the speech of the century. First, let me thank Judy Jackson, who is now the founding owner of Judy Loves Culture, Inc., and a true friend. Thank you, Judy, for always saying yes whatever I ask, and for being a co-chair for tonight. And I also want to thank one of the other co-chairs, Marlene Pelage of IPG Media Brands, for bringing the full power of the media industry in New York City to this glittering event in apparently what was a church. And also to the third co-chair, Hartoon Weiss. Where's the TikTok table? TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Hartoon would have been here tonight. She's heartbroken she couldn't come. I know she's a big supporter of Strive. She had an event at a small company headquartered in Cupertino, California, called Apple. I did say to her, Apple Schmapple, do they know who Strive is? Not yet, apparently, but they will, because we're going national, right, Phil? Where's Phil? We're going national with Strive. Get ready, Apple. But thank you, of course, to Strive for this incredibly humbling honor, to Phil, to Lakeithia, to Jamal, to Aisha, to Tasha, to who's our new Birmingham lead? Key Wintry, 1 month in, and to Cynthia and to everyone on the team for all the hard work you do to make Strive happen. Thank you. I want to thank my fellow board members, to co-chair Brian and Roy, who graced our table with his lovely wife, and especially to Laurie and Judith. I know Laurie's not here, but I know Judith's here tonight, who buttonholed me at my first Strive event and wouldn't let me leave without promising to visit Strive, which I did. I went to the Harlem office, and it blew my mind. And I know Marlene had the same experience, and Judy had the same experience in the last couple of weeks. So I want to start, I have a few remarks. I want to start with a story about a tie. And it's linked to my first meeting with Strive. It was a women's empowerment luncheon at the Metropolitan Club at of the Upper East Side. I'll say that again, the Metropolitan Club of the Upper East Side, which all strivers want to strive to get into. And as I strived to get into this club, to attend the Women's Empowerment Luncheon of Strive, I was stopped at the door and told that I was not dressed appropriately. Because I wasn't wearing a tie. Because I didn't wear ties at work. I was going to say this, Brian, but you're not wearing a tie today. But I'm not a banker, so I don't wear ties. But you're not wearing a tie either. Anyway, but bankers wear ties. So I didn't wear a tie at work, and I was unable to enter the room. And I was incredibly embarrassed because I was there, honestly, not for Strive, but to support another honoree, Carolyn Everson, who at the time was at Facebook. She was a good friend of mine. She's a good friend of Strive's. And I was really embarrassed, and I was texting Carolyn saying, I tried to come to this event about Strive, but I wasn't able to enter the building, never mind the room. And as I was standing around, one of the club stewards came up to me and said, I'd like to help you and offer you one of the club ties as a loan. And so I was loaned a tie. I put the tie on. I walked into the Strive luncheon and experienced the magic that Strive does in the world. And there's a reason I told the story, because it made me think a little bit about all the ways in which I have been helped to be successful in life and in business. People like Judy, people like all my friends and colleagues here. And about how much of life's success and the financial empowerment and sense of self and self-fulfillment that comes from it requires help from others in small and big ways every day. Help in how to prepare for a job, a new job. Help in how to prepare for a new job. My McCann is going to relate. How to get qualified for a job. How to answer the question, what's your worst trait in an interview? How to do an interview, what to wear for an interview. And mostly help in how to feel, despite all the questions you have about yourself and all the questions other people have about you, that you're worth it. That you're worth getting this job, and that when you get this job, you're going to be great at it. And we all need help with those questions. Questions, by the way, that Strive is great at helping people answer. And as I've learned more about Strive, I've begun to understand that what Strive does in the world is very simple. It makes help real for everyone. So therefore, making financial empowerment achievable for everyone. Many of us in this room have benefited from sustained programmatic help from our families, from our teachers, from our communities. But others, as we have heard tonight, do not have access to those resources and are often part of environments where the odds have been systematically stacked against them getting help. Strive gives us all a chance to redress the injustice, the criminal injustice of that, to make sure everyone gets the same opportunity to ask for help in making themselves a success. I always say to people, Strive is not a charity. There are good charities in the world, and you should give to them. But Strive is not one. Strive is a financial empowerment organization. An organization that inspires people to strive for and attain the skills and qualifications they need to create financial security for themselves, for their families, and by implication for their communities. It is an organization designed to help those looking for help so they in turn can help others. At Strive, we like to say we don't have donors, we have supporters. We have helpers who also want to help others help themselves. So think of that as you fill out, those of you who haven't, your donation cards tonight to help us meet our fundraising requirements for the next year as we go national. I hope you're ready to go national, Phil, because I think we've done it now. Finally, I want to end with another story about a tie, which I've been given permission to share. One of the blessings of being a board member is that you get to meet graduates of Strive, as many of us have done tonight. One of those graduates of Strive, is our co-chair of the board, Roy Castro. Who is now a wildly successful and extremely well-dressed, always, and I just heard from Maria that you take way longer to get dressed than she does, wildly successful entrepreneur, after having gone through the Strive program and emerging believing in himself and achieving the financial empowerment of his dreams. One Sunday morning, I checked my email, as I think all the board members did, and found that Roy had shared a picture, a photograph, with the entire board, along with this email message. And I'm going to quote Roy. Many of you, if not all of you, know very well how important it is in my life that Strive taught me how to tie a tie. In the absence of a father figure in my life, I've always given Strive the credit for filling that void in many ways, and learning how to tie a tie is one of them. So last night, as I was teaching my son how to tie a tie, all I can think about is how much I love and appreciate Strive for what it has done for me. I could never repay Strive, but I commit to you all that I will never stop trying. And here was the photo he shared. Roy ended his note to the board with the following words: "Thank you all for what you all contribute to this wonderful organization." And I can't think of better words to close with. Thank you, Roy, for your story and your inspiration. Thank you, Strive, for making help real for everyone. And thank you all for your contribution to this wonderful organization. Thank you.